Airflow 3 is finally here, and in this video, we are going to test one of its most exciting practical capabilities, syncing your dags directly from GitHub. Imagine not having to manually copy DAG files into your scheduler or rebuild a Docker image every time something changes. Just push your main or master branch and let Airflow pull your DAGs for you. In this video, I'm going to quickly spin up Airflow 3 on my local machine and connect it to the GitHub repository and show you exactly how DAG syncs work in real time. So first of all, we are going to set the Airflow home directory. That's where the Airflow creates the logs, configs, and all the other bits required to run Airflow. By default, it just creates it in your home directory. But in our case, I would like to keep this in this directory. Next, let's create a virtual environment using Python 3.10. Activate the virtual environment. Now we'll set these three constraint variables on the environment, which is actually all documented in their quick start guide. And finally, we are going to install Airflow in this virtual environment using UV. All right, all done. Now to start Airflow on your local environment, Airflow have now provided a very simple command for this. You just say Airflow standalone. This is going to spin up everything which is needed into your local machine to spin up Airflow instance. And you can see it created this Airflow home directory over here, which contains configs and all of the logs will be here. And also it creates this file where you can see the password. The address was already in use, but that should be fine. I think we should still be able to see Airflow now. There you go. So admin and the password that I copied from the file. Very nice. As you can see, Airflow 3 is up and running just in seconds. These are all the example tags. I would just get rid of them. So for that, you just go to configs and search for load examples. I'm gonna set this to false. Now this is not going to work straight away because Airflow has already created the database in which it has already loaded the example DAGs for us. So for that to work, you just stop this Airflow and you just say Airflow db reset. Yes. Right, it just cleared out all the databases and all of the tables are empty now. Now let's start the Airflow again. Now this time it will not load because it's set to false. Now we go here again. As you can see, we have 0 DAGs over here. This is my DAG code, very simple one. It just prints out hello Airflow 3 using Python operator, which we are going to try sync it with our Airflow instance. Now, in order to get sync DAGs, you need an extension called apache-airflow providers git. So let's go ahead. I'm going to stop the instance now. And we are already in the virtual environment. I'm going to install this package. All done. And I am actually going to spin up Airflow on a separate terminal just to keep my IDE terminal free. Right, so we refresh this page and we go to admin connections and create a new connection. Call it my git-con or whatever you want to call it. Under connection type, you will see now we have git. That's when we installed that specific package. So you select it. So we are going to connect this tag with our Airflow using SSH instead of HTTP. With HTTP, it's just simply straightforward. You just need to provide the username and password. But with SSH, you will need a key pair, which we are going to generate shortly. So for now, let us set up the connection first. So port 22 host, here you need to provide the exact SSH address of the repository. So in our case, it's this one, which I copied from here. So because it's an SSH, so you also need to provide the private key here. Now for that, we need to create a key pair. So let's do that. So on my terminal, I would say ssh-keygen 3. So this has generated a private and a public key. So we will put the public key on a GitHub repository. Now there are two ways on how you can use this key pair on your GitHub. One is to use the personal account level SSH key. The account level SSH keys can be added if you go to your account and click settings. And here you click on SSH. Using account level SSH key is not ideal because it tightly couples your Airflow deployment to an individual credentials. So if that person leaves the company, their key is rotated, or if your organization enforces regular SSH key rotation, the Airflow integration will silently break. And also it will not scale because the GitHub user account can typically only register one SSH key. So you cannot reuse the same key pair for connecting Airflow to multiple repositories, which is going to force us to use the separate key pairs for each of the DAG repositories. Whereas in contrast, GitHub deploy keys are repository-specific SSH keys that belong to the repository itself rather than a user. So they don't expire, can be safely set as a read-only, and can be reused across multiple repositories. So you don't have to create the key pair again and again for each of the repository. Hence, we are going to use the GitHub deploy keys. For that, go to the repository, click on the repository settings, and under there you will see deploy keys. Here we are going to add the public key that we just generated. That's done. And now we are going to copy the private key, and this one will go on here. So you need to mention the JSON as repo, which will be the SSH address of the repo, and the private key will go here. Now this has to be in a single line. So you just say replace next line with /n. Copy this and paste it over here and say save. Right, so we have placed the public key on the repository deploy key, and we have also pasted the private key into this connection. Now the only thing left is to tell Airflow to use this connection to pull this specific repository. For that, you need to go to Airflow configs. Here you will see the DAG bundles config list. So you can actually get rid of the whole JSON and instead paste this. So name it as whatever you like to call it. And here in the key orgs, you have to mention the main branch that it needs to track. In our case, it's main. Refresh interval, after how long it should pull this main branch. And you also need to mention the connection ID, which is the one that we created here. So yeah, I think all should be set up now. Let us try this. I'm going to run Airflow standalone. Instead, I'm going to run it from the, it was already running. So I'm going to stop it, run it again. Looks like it should work now. There you go. I think, yes. It has loaded the dags, and you see it loaded our main.py file where it found the dag. Let's see in our dags folder, refresh. There you go. We have our DAG, which is now synced with our Git repository over here. So yes, that is all for this quick tutorial. I hope this was helpful. If it was, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I am going to bring more interesting Airflow 3 videos. So stay tuned. I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.